As I was carrying our breakfast outside this morning, because it's a beautiful day here in Palm Desert, I got thinking about something. How heavy is a coffee mug? It depends if it's full or if it's empty, right? Depends on the size of it. So each and every one of you will have a different weight. But the question is, it doesn't matter how heavy is the mug. What matters is how long you've been holding it. Because if you hold it for a few minutes, the time that you take a sip, it's not heavy at all. But if you hold it for 2 hours, your arm is going to start to get tired. And if you hold it for a full day, now it's going to become really, really heavy. So it's the same thing in life. Something that is very light, like a small little thing that happens to you, if you don't deal with it, it's going to become heavier and heavier. And the longer you carry it, the longer it will hurt you. Your muscles are going to start to hurt. But in this case, it's your mindset, your mind muscles that are going to use so much energy in order to make you process that information that you are too busy sometimes to take care of. And I work with a lot of corporations who they hire me because confidence is an accumulation of a whole bunch of different things. And they hire me because they want me to instill confidence in their staff. And what I'm there to do is the reverse. I'm not there to give anybody confidence. I'm there to remove all the stuff that keeps them from having or seeing this confidence that they already have inside. Everybody has that clarity. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody can make a perfect judgment based on their knowledge, based on their qualifications and all the reason why they are great at their job. But the problem is, very often, there's a whole bunch of little things that are accumulated on top of these answers, and they can't see it, or they act by emotion. I work with a lot of banks, a lot of people in the finance sector, because in that area, the stock market moves fast. There's a lot of decisions that need to be made out of calm and knowledge and facts. But people make decisions based on emotion. And that's where it becomes a problem. That's where corporations have problems. And that's where people in life in general have problems, because they let all the little things undealt with blur their judgment. So it's like adding on layers and layers of extra thick plexiglass in front of your glasses. So you can't really see, you can't really get that clarity and that confidence that you need to do what it is that you have to do. So how heavy is your coffee mug? It doesn't matter. Even if you haven't been through a house on fire or a big drama in your life, all these little things that are not dealt with are the ones that are keeping you from having this confidence, this clarity that you need in order to make that perfect call that you have to make. So ask yourself, how many coffee mugs have you been carrying? And it's time to deal with it, because very often we don't have time. Things are happening to us and we're in front of our coworkers, and then we smile and we say, oh, no, everything is fine, everything is okay. Then you get home and then your daughter is asking you, oh, are you okay, mommy? Oh yeah, mommy is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, everything is okay. And then you smile and you don't deal with stuff, and it stays there and it gets accumulated. And then another thing comes in and another thing comes in. And eventually when you open the drawer for an answer, your kid comes behind you in the kitchen and you're thinking about the office. You're thinking about a decision you had to make. You're thinking about a client. You're thinking about a difficult conversation you need to have with a friend. And you're very stressed out. You've got this anxiety, anger, borderline, hurt, whatever it is that happened to you. It's on top of the drawer. And then your kid becomes behind you in the kitchen and then says, hey, mommy. And you turn around and you go, what? And then you realize, oh my gosh, this is not how I wanted to answer. You have the perfect answer in the drawer. You wanted to say, yes, sweetie, what can I do for you? But somehow this answer that you know what to do, you know what's right, didn't come because there was so many little things that were accumulated on top. So it is time to deal with that stuff. It is time, just like we go to the dentist, we get rid of those cavities. It's time to get rid of all these little cavities. So I'll be happy to have a virtual coffee with you so that I can help you get rid of all that stuff. But here's something that you can do right away by yourself that will start the process. When something bothers you, if an event comes back as a flashback, if you keep thinking about this thing, that it comes and gets you, and you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm still thinking about that. It's ridiculous. It's such a small thing. Ask yourself, what am I learning from this? What was my learning? Because everything that comes into your life is designed to bring you a positive learning. It's bringing you a gift. So figure that out. Ask yourself, what am I learning from this? In a year from now, when I look back, what will I have learned? So how am I growing from this? How is this getting me into the next level of my life? So ask yourself, what is my positive learning? What am I learning from this? And as soon as you get the learning, then the event will seem to be a lot less relevant, because the event is going to stay there in your mind, bothering you in your prefrontal cortex until you figured out what you were supposed to learn from this. So give me a shout. I'm happy to have a chat. And in the meantime, have a great coffee this morning.